Good evening, Steve and Gerald. Kindly tell me about the training that you're planning to do so soon. When do you think it will start and when do you think it will end? Thank you.
Thanks, Stella. Yeah, look, we're really looking forward to doing a full permaculture design course. It runs for 24 weeks and it starts on the 3rd of January, which is, I believe, a Tuesday.
Yeah, the beauty with this kind of training, being that it's going to be hybrid, so it doesn't matter where you are or where you're located, as long as you have access to the internet and a gadget that is internet enabled, you're able to take it on. And the fact that is spread over the 6 months means it's not really taking up any other schedules of yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much about that. Kindly, I want you to help me tell me, why have you decided to have this permaculture design training right now at this particular time when the countries are all struggling with the economy? Tell me something interesting about it.
Okay, that's a really good question. And this is really why we need permaculture is I kind of think the world's running out of ideas. I think we're trying to replay the same scene again and again, but with different characters, and it's not going anywhere. And I think to address the problems that we have, climate change or job insecurity, food security, so many different things we're experiencing, political instability. Actually, what makes people stable is knowing where the next meal's coming from and having slightly stronger communities. And if we're more interconnected and more connected to where we are, that actually makes us more resilient to face these many challenges that we're all being buffeted by.
Yeah, addition to what Steve has said, this course is going to form a preamble to our academy. Some of the participants are going to directly take on our proposed academy, where we are looking at bringing up leaders and practitioners who are able to impact communities and also be key players in the systems, including the economy and all the remaining systems. So there is no better timing than today or now. Is more than overdue.
Something that we've learned along the way is the way to teach permaculture is to demonstrate it, is to let people see it. And as soon as you see it, you start to understand how it could be useful to you. And once you've had that demonstration, then you need the education to learn how to take those ideas on board for yourself. And then the next step from them is to replicate, is to enable then other people to copy you, demonstrate, educate, replicate. So I've asked this question myself many times, is how do we create rapid change? Because that's what we need. We need to be able to reach, or permaculture needs to be able to reach lots of, a great many people and actually show them that, we can't instantly solve our problems. We can begin to work towards actually having a far greater degree of resilience. So that's why we're doing it now. And I think over that 24-week period, it's going to be almost like a support group for people, a mutual support group of sharing, what we're going through, what we're learning from that, and how we're trying to apply that to our lives.
Thank you so much. Right, currently we're having the issue of Ebola in Uganda. Is there anything you learned during the COVID-19 issue that you think could be of help right now, like in Uganda, since you're having some of the trainees in Uganda?
Yeah, sure. like we've been contacted by refugee groups and displaced people groups and orphanages. There's a lot of distressed people there in Uganda, and actually Uganda's been very welcoming to people from the outside as well. Pandemic has been such a challenge. Now, yeah, you have Ebola there as well. Now, I can't comment about that on a sort of, it's a highly contagious, very dangerous disease. I think that a lot of what's happening is to do with the kind of economy that we've created that needs people to be moving, and goods and services and people and stuff moving around very quickly. And also is, you know, we've really damaged the natural world with chemicals and pesticides and so forth. And I think all of these things are part of the underlying problem. And permaculture actually starts to create spaces within that which are cleaner, better nutrition. You know, if we eat better, we're more resilient to disease and infection. Obviously things are always a bit more complicated than that, but we know it always helps. And also know that having a positive mental attitude is very good for people as well. So if we feel connected, we feel that we're working together towards something, that's all part of how we are more resilient and resistant to, you know, to diseases and economic stresses, and also the ecological stresses, that, you know, the extreme weather events.
Thanks, Steve. One of the things we've learned over time, especially from the COVID restrictions and the pandemic itself, is there is a great need for localized economies, and it's one of the things that we plan to look at. Yeah, because we had testimonies and interviews from our learners and some of the practitioners within our network that even during the pandemic, they were still, you know, managing and carrying on because they had created sort of a localized mini economy or system within their communities. Yeah, obviously coming with controls, but it seemed to be more efficient than relying on, you know, longer value chains and supply chains.
And also we had examples, didn't we, of where there were community gardens established, and then different other family groups, or what we call them virus bubbles, wasn't it? People stayed in a little group, is they could actually attend the garden, you know, morning, afternoon, or different days. So you could regulate your contact with other people, you know, at times when there was high transmission going on. And I think these are all lessons we've had to learn. And I think we, you know, some of we've seen that, you know, within some of the projects, the pioneer projects that we've had running over the last couple of years. So yeah, all of this is what we have to bring into our PDC and share this learning.
Thank you so much, Steve and Gerald, for the kind response. I'm looking forward to attend the training in person. Have fun. Enjoy.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
And yeah, we're really reaching out to anyone who feels this could be relevant for them. You could be part of the intake for this PDC. We're looking for 40 people, more or less. But they could represent groups as well. And through this, we're going to try, establish our academy so that we can help accelerate the development of project leaders, teachers, pioneers, you know, those people who really want to take permaculture out there into the world. So yeah, thanks for the chance to talk about this. And
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Stella.
Thank you.